shit. I'm kind of live right now. And uh, all right. Actually, or I should just pick Mileena so that way I can just get this out the way because I don't want this live stream to be super long. Can I show examples with her and with him? Because I mean his attacks are like really short range. So hold on.
Johnny Cage.
I'll just do it this way.
Mileena. Soul Chamber.
Alright, so Mileena, I think, needs to have a, she needs to actually have a buff, I think. Like a slight one, nothing too crazy where like this character's dumb as fuck in this game, and it's like you can't really do anything to her. But I have online matches that will be posted up pretty soon. But she's a character that I think is, I guess, fucked up in a way, like offense-wise. Because at close range, Mileena ain't all that. Some people believe Mileena is like strong as fuck at close range, and that's not true at all. Like that's that's a lie. Like if you think Mileena is like that good at close range engagements, because that would be a complete lie. Like if you say shit like that. Like her ability to play neutral is actually pretty good because she has things that allow her to get in because that's where she wants to be at. She's not meant to fight you from far away. Somebody said in my other live that she's meant to be a zoner, or she is a zoner, and it's like, no, she's not a zoner, bro. She's not a zoner, not even a little bit. She doesn't have a lot of projectiles at all that assume that she's a zoner. She's not a keep away character. This character is meant to stay all up in your grill like she George Foreman. Okay, simple plain as that. All right, now, Mileena has a problem. Like a big problem, and it's mainly with her offense at close range. Right now, her ability to play neutral, like I said, is actually really good. Like she can throw projectiles, throw out a high projectile. So like if I get Johnny Cage to do this, right? So hold on, nigga, why ain't you going for the back 4-2? Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Hold on, I replaced it with that. God damn it, I forgot. But anyway, I'll just do this. So if he does that, right? Say that's a high projectile, right? She'll get a crushing blow off of that low. So actually, let me just switch to a variation where he actually has it, because I forgot. I changed it because I was labbing a little bit. I fucking forgot. I forgot why I gave him that. But let's see here. Is his back 4-2 in this one? It should be. All right. So say for example, Johnny Cage does that, right? Like the strongest things about Mileena is her neutral game. Like it's literally her neutral game. Like as you can clearly see, crush and blow, easy work, fucks your shit up. She can knock you down, do all that extra shit. She can take it upon herself and roll. She can roll, or she can use this, and she's in. And as you can clearly see, she can fuck your shit up. She can do all this extra stuff. Another thing she can do is that she predicts ahead of time you're gonna do that. Now she's in, and then she can apply that pressure and do whatever the hell she's trying to do. If she's in the ball roll variation, or where you have access to the ball roll, the character can punish you very easily. So there's a lot of stuff here that indicates that she can play neutral pretty well, right? She gets in pretty well, but she's rightfully minus on block. So if this character was to take it upon herself to, I don't know, like do some shit like this, look how minus she is. She's like really minus on block. So she gets fucked up. This allows Johnny Cage to go into a punish. If she was to go for the low, She's minus 11, so this allows Johnny Cage to go in for some form of a combo, and he could fuck her shit up. And this applies to any other character in the game that has a 7-frame normal, 8-frame normal, 9-frame normal, possibly 10-frame normal. Like, you get the idea here, right? So she'll get fucked up, right? But the reward that she gets is that she gets damage, but she's also in there, and then she has the ability to switch sides with you depending on what she throws out at you, right? So let's look at her combo strings, right? This is very important to understand about this character. This is why I said she needs a slight buff, right? So some people believe that Mileena is just this character that's actually pretty good at close range or something like that, right? I went against this guy, which you guys will see very soon, where he was having a hard time. Like, he was having a hell of a hard time. So the reason why I gave her this, right, which this isn't my actual customized variation of her. I'll make a separate video for that, but I think she deserves to have this because I think this is a must for this character. It complements the character very well for a lot of different reasons. She gets access to a restand that gives her a hit advantage of 20 frames, which is actually really nice. And since her 4-2-3 string doesn't allow her to actually launch you, right, this is all the damage she can actually get if she hits you with the low. But she switches sides with they need to do is that since she is actually really minus on block because she's minus 16, like that's unbelievably minus. Her overhead's safe, and all her overhead gives her is a knockdown to where she can apply more pressure and dash up and close the distance, which is pretty nice, right? So obviously if she spaces it out, she becomes like -5, possibly -4, and all that extra shit. Now, the issue that I have here, right, is that they claim that her 4-2-3 string is a launcher. That is true, it is a launcher. But the only way that it launches you is if she hits you with a fucking crushing blow, and that's about it, right? But the meterless version, or not the meterless version, but the regular version, you know what I mean? She doesn't get a combo, right? So if I was to do this, she doesn't get a combo. You see that? Like, and that's the problem here, is that her 4-2-3 string says cancel advantage in A, which pretty much means that she can't do anything off of this except for when she actually counters or punishes you. So this is kind of garbage, I think. I think this is kind of garbage. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to everybody. But this is problematic, right? Her 4-2-3 string is not that good, and I've been labbing with this character for quite a bit because I wanted to main her, but there are things about this character that just doesn't make any sense to me, right? They claim she's a mix-up character, but there's things about this character that just don't add up, right? So, as you can clearly see, her 4-2-3 string is NA. You can't cancel it. The only way she can go into a combo is if she hits you with a crushing blow, and that's it. Now, like I said before, she's rightfully minus on block when she goes for this launcher, right? Now, her 4-2 actually leaves her safe, right? To where if I space it out, she's -6, but if I do it like at close range, she's -7, or whatever the case may be. So a 6-frame normal, like a poke, can easily punish her at that range. Like Gears is a prime example of that, possibly Sub-Zero. But Gears has more range on his down one than Sub-Zero, right? But you get the idea here, right? And the problem is that when I go for this, I'm rightfully minus. So if I guess right, I should be able to get a launcher on, right? But if I guess wrong, look at what you get. You get a -16 punish. For most characters, that's a crushing blow. Johnny Cage's nut punch is a prime example of that shit. So why is it that, you know, she can't actually get a launcher off of it? So that string is very flawed. Now, when it comes to her 1-1-2, it complements her 1-1-1+3 string, right? Because she gets access to a throw, right? But it switches sides. Now, she gets a high hit advantage of 15 frames, which is not necessarily bad, but she doesn't get the damage that I thought she would get off of this throw. So if I was to do it like right here, right, she only gets 10%. If they can bump that up to 12 or possibly 13% like a regular throw, that'll actually be pretty nice for Mileena, and that'll be pretty dope. Now, instead of going for the 1-1-2, right, I prefer going for the 1-1 into the ball roll, right, that she has access to because she gets a combo from it, right? And the reason why I say that is because the 1-1-2 is unbelievably minus on block, and it doesn't really give her anything that's nice, right? As you can clearly see, she gets a high hit advantage of 19 frames, possibly 18 frames, and that's it. Now, granted, there's no 12s by gap in this, but why would you want to do this combo thing? You will get fucked up by a huge portion of characters in this game that have a fast enough startup time on their standing 1 or their standing 2. Most characters in the game, including herself, she'll fuck her own self up just because this string is really unsafe. So I just think that, you know, this string is completely useless. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take this away. You should have access to the ball roll, right? because it complements this string really well. But I think they need to bump up the damage to like 3% more, so that way she gets regular throw damage. Nothing crazy like Shao Kahn's 4-3, 4-1+3 string to where he gets like 19%. I think it is. I think they probably nerfed it down to like 18% maybe. I might be wrong, so don't get on me about that. But yeah, like her 1+3 string is it's a good string because it complements her mix-up potential. Okay, so this 1-1-2 string, we're not going to talk about this no more. This string is completely useless. There's no reason for anybody to use it. Not unless you don't have... I mean, if you want to do it, and you like being minus and getting fucked up, then do it. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you. All right, now when it comes to her back 1-1-4 string, this string is only useful for when she gets a crushing blow off of this. Right, so as you can clearly see, she's minus 14 on block, so there's no reason to go for this combo string whatsoever. So not unless you're getting like a combo going. That's the only reason why you should use this combo string, right? So I'm gonna untag that, right? Now when it comes to her back 1-1-2 string, this is where stuff gets interesting. So this back 1-1-2 string leaves her -6 on block, right? She gets a good amount of space to where she has some spacing here to where she gets some breathing room, which is actually pretty good, right? Now characters like Johnny Cage, they excel, mainly Johnny Cage, he excels in situations like this, so you have to understand that. Right, so like I'll just show you guys like a prime example, right? So if she was to do this, right, and then back that, so let's see what happens. See that? Because of the block stun and stuff like that, I can't reach her. You see that? But I can go for a reversal counter and punish her. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the startup time of the back dash and forward dashing, or the startup time of the forward walk speed and the back walk speed. I wish they would really actually add that into this game, because for a counter. But just know that you can counter her with a shadow kick if she tries to like backdash to look for a whip punish, right? But she gets some form of spacing, which is actually pretty nice, right? Now, here's the thing. She has no flaws by gap whatsoever in this combo string, right? You see this? Like, there's no flaws by gap. So this is not a bad string to go for at all. Now, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. Let me show you. So when she hits you with this, right, she gets access to a launcher, but she can't cancel into a ball roll or any form of a special move to get a combo off of this. And that kind of sucks, because if she ends up punishing you because you're disrespecting, Mileena sucks, should have gotten another female. Yeah. So, as you can clearly see, like, she won't be able to cancel into anything. You can't cancel into a ball roll, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? So, watch this. You see that? And then I can go for a punish, and I can punish her. Here's the problem, right? If I try to go into, like, a ball roll or any other, like, special move, I can do that. But the issue with this string, I think, mainly, is the fact that she can't really get some form of a launcher off of the last hit. That is the issue. If she could do that, that would actually be pretty nice. That's what I would like to see for this character. Now, of course, she can go for the ball roll, and she can make herself save off of this, but if she punishes you, she should be able to get a launcher off of that, I think. Now, granted, she has the ability to stagger this. Like, as you can clearly see, like, if I do it, if I time it correctly, she can stagger this pretty well. Like this. It's an okay stagger for her. It's not the best, but she can definitely grab you immediately, just like I did right there. And she happens to be safe on her her back one. So, I mean, it's a decent stagger for this character, right? So, that's everything off of that string. I just wish that they would turn that into, like, some form of a launcher. That would actually be pretty dope for a character like her. Now, we're going to talk about this string. This string has me feeling some type of way, because when I was making combos with this character, I always thought it was weird that her forward 1-2 string allows her to cancel, but as you can clearly see, the cancel advantage is 16 frames. Now, she has a back forward 1 in the air that starts up at 14 frames, right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be able to get a combo that way, right? But that's not the case. You can't do anything when she goes for her forward 1-2, and that's it. Now, this forward 1, right, is a really good advancing high. It starts up at 9 frames, so she can punish moves pretty easily with this. And as you can clearly see, like, she can stagger pretty well with it, which creates really good mind games, right? She has no flaws by gap in it, which is pretty nice, right? But she can throw you, she can create a mind game off of it. As you can clearly see, she can throw you, like, really quickly and shit. So you have to watch out from that. And if people don't know what zero means, it means that you two go back to the neutral state, meaning that nobody has the advantage over one another when, you know, when the opponent is 0 on block. So just keep that in mind. right? So she can create a really interesting mind game off of this, since she has like a 10 frame mid and stuff like that. She could possibly flawless block you if she knows that you're going to throw out a button. It's just a lot of things that she can do here, right? Let me untag that real quick. So the issue with this string is that her forward 1-2, right, does not allow her to cancel. So if I stagger this and then I hit you with this again, right, or I punish you, she can't get a combo off of this. And that's garbage. I think that's garbage. That doesn't make any sense. Like, if I was trying to get a combo, let me see. If I was trying to get a combo, look at that. I can't do anything with this combo string. The only thing I can get off of it is this, and that's it. That's it. So if I was just to hit you with the mid, that's all I got. And I knocked you far away, which means that we go right back to the neutral stage if I was to do it like right here. But I get a high hit advantage of 28 frames, right? Now, what's weird about this particular situation is that she happens to be minus 13 on block, which is very confusing, because it's like, what does this complement? She can't go into any other form of a mix-up, so why is this move an overhead? So if anything, it should just be considered a fucking mid. I don't know why it's considered an overhead when she can't even cancel in the first place. So I think that this needs to be plus. I think she deserves to be +1 or +2 on block, to where, you see how like she teleports like that and then she lands right back on her feet? She should be like +2 on block, and this should be a mid, right? Or you should make it a high, but then again, just make it a mid, you know what I mean? And leave her +2 on block or +1, to where she can apply some type of pressure with like a down 1, get you to respect, and then she can obviously do whatever the hell she's trying to do at close range, right? And you have the ability to flawless block her, and when you do flawless block her, when she commits it to the full string, well, guess what? She becomes minus 13 on block, because there needs to be some form of balance here when this character is going for some type of mix-up, right? Or some type of mind game, right? Now, if you do try to flawless block her, keep in mind, they should make it to where you can cancel the forward 1-2, to where she could possibly go into a ball roll or a low, you know what I mean? Something like that to complement the mix-up potential. But then again, she has to understand that she's really, really minus and really unsafe on those mix-ups. You know what I mean? And that's something that I would give Mileena, just in general. I just think that this would be pretty nice for a character like her, just in general. Like, it wouldn't make her stupid, because it's like, you still have the ability to fuck her shit up. Like, like, nigga, she'd still be really minus on block, but her mind game will be pretty nice, right? If you make consistent reads on this character. But I just think that they need to make it to where she can cancel this, and they need to change this into a mid, to where, you know, she happens to be, I do agree that Mileena is, really weak compared to the other. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. She seems pretty weak. That's what I'm saying. Like they introduce Mileena and be like, hey, Melina's in the game, and everybody gets hyped up. But in my mind, I'm like, nigga, I need to see how she plays. Because I told you guys before these characters came out, she was gonna have access to like a command throw and stuff like that. And that's what's happening here, right? She has that shit, but it's not that good. That's what I was worried about, is her gameplay, right? Because she has good neutral, but when she fights you at close range, her strings are garbage. Like, her mix-up potential is garbage, right? So, like I said, her forward 1-2 string, right? I believe that, you know, how should I put it? I believe that she should be able to cancel this, right? And you can leave her -4, but if she tries to make herself +1 or +2 with this one, right? And I would change the move into a mid, you could flawless block her, and she'll be -13, where every character can get some form of a punish, and you can fuck her shit up. But she can fuck you up by throwing out a special move, or like canceling into like a ball roll. And if she does that, and you predict ahead of time that she's going to do that, you can punish. There's a high risk, high reward type of situation going on here for this mix-up character. That's all I'm getting at with this particular situation. Now, we're going to untag this string. This is the string I want to talk about, because I talked about it in my other live, right? Her standing 2, 3-3-4 string has a lot of potential. Now, the Mileena player that I went against, which you guys will see those online matches very soon, I don't think he knew what he was doing with the character. And it's not to throw shots at him or nothing like that. But, look, I don't mean to... that guy, where the hell are 3D era characters besides Fusion and Frost? Yeah, I would like to see more 3D era characters, you know what I mean? But they keep introducing new generation characters and outcasts to the game, so it's whatever. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But when it comes to her standing 2, I don't necessarily understand why the character happens to be... I don't know if you guys can see that, but she's like -10 on block. I don't understand why she's -10. I feel a little perplexed on that. Like, it's a little confusing why she's -10 for just going for a standing 2 that starts off as a high. You know what I mean? It's not like she can stagger this really well, because she really can't, right? Now, she has a really good mind game at the end of the string, to where she becomes +1 on block, which is it's okay. I mean, like, she can't really get anything crazy off of it. You know what I mean? But she's safe to where she might be able to apply pressure. Hey, same to you, man. Same to you. Hopefully, y'all having a good Thanksgiving, man. I got done eating like a half an hour ago. A nigga full. So, how should I put it, right? She has a really good mind game off of this. This is one of her strongest strings, I believe. Same thing with her 1-1, 1+3 string, right? But this standing 2, 3, 3, 4 string, right, is another good string of hers, right? But what I would change on this, right, because for people who don't know, if you end up neutral crouching, right, so let me show you. Johnny Cage can neutral crouch this. Every other character can too. As you can clearly see, you can neutral crouch that and you can punish her, right? So she can go for a ball roll, right, and she can punish you, right? So there's nothing wrong with the end of the string. The problem is the beginning of the string, how she's -10 on block. I think she should be -7 or possibly -6 on block, and she should be able to stagger this decently quick, right? Like this, right? Nothing too crazy where this character is getting like an instant throw on you, but just enough to where she can throw you off of this, right? Because you can clearly see I can't even go for the throw almost immediately, right? And the mind game is that if you predict that I'm gonna stagger, you can get an uppercut, or you could possibly get a full combo punish from me or a counter, and you can fuck my shit up. But if I make a correct read, knowing for a fact that you're gonna take it upon yourself to disrespect my stagger game, guess what happens? You get fucked up. You see what I mean? And there's a lot of risk here because she's still really minus on block. You know what I mean? So that's just how I see it, and that's like the only thing I would change on this is like because her startup time of her standing 2, like if we look at it, right, it's literally 13 fucking frames. It's 13 frames, like, like, so why not make her -6 to where she can stagger this to where she can actually go for a throw, like decently quick like that, you know what I mean? And then she can create a mind game off of that. You see what I mean? And then she has a mind game off of this string, like right here. So that's everything off of that string. I don't really have much to add with that string. It's just certain things like this actually kind of make me a little confused. So her 4-2-3 string, she doesn't get an actual pop-up, which doesn't make any sense. I hope that they actually change it to where she can get a pop-up. It's kind of dumb, if you want me to be honest. The only way she can get a pop-up is if she takes it upon herself to go for a crushing blow. That's the weird part. Like that's the weird part for me is like she can only get a combo off of this if she goes for a crushing blow. That's why I said having these extended combo strings is very important for her, so that way she can get some form of damage when she actually hits you, right? So when she does this, right? So hold on. That's all the damage she gets if she hits you with a low, which, I mean, it's okay damage, but I prefer to get a launcher to where she can get a combo. And this is a decent combo angle for her because she can switch sides with you pretty nicely, right? So it's just like, I just think that they need to change this into a launcher to where she can get a combo, and that's pretty much it, right? Because there needs to be some high risk, high reward type of situation going on here for this character, because I think some of her combo strings are pretty weak as fuck, because she's really good in the neutral, I think, because her special moves make up for the lack of range she has access to in her normals. But when it comes to her fighting you at close range, it just doesn't seem like she has it. Like, it doesn't seem like she can do anything. And here we go, her 3-4 string, right? She can get a combo off of that very easily. Her standing 3 is a high, and if you space it out like this, she becomes +4 on block. But as you can clearly see, she is +1 at close range, and she has access to an overhead. But here's another issue with this character. Same thing applies with her 4-4-3 string, right? Her overheads come out decently quick, but her lows do not complement her at all. She has a command throw that does not complement her combo strings whatsoever. She can't even keep you on the same side, and if she does hit you with her command throw, she puts you on the opposite side and she gets mediocre damage for her command throw, when there's plenty of other characters in the game that can get really good damage on you with their command throw. So I just think that, you know, they got to do something here. You know what I mean? Like her standing 3-4 string is not that good, except for the fact that she's plus on blocking that shit. There's no reason to go for the overhead because it's just like, she doesn't get it. There's nothing that complements it. Some people will say, oh, the lows, it complements and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, all I have to do is stand here and block like this. And as soon as you go for that low, I can react to it because it's super slow. Like, just watch. Watch when she goes for one of her lows. So hold on. Her startup time is 21 frames. And you see that? So Johnny Cage, right? He can go for a reversal shadow kick, Punisher. Now, in a situation like this, you can't jump. As you can clearly see, I can't jump. But Johnny Cage will always get a punish on this character every single time. And then there's certain situations to where you can jump over her low size, and you can get a full combo punish on this character very easily, which I'll show you guys that very soon. But like I said, her lows do not complement her at all. And then her lows are very mediocre because her damages is bullshit. Like, I mean, look at this. 2 bars a meter, and all I got was 15% damage. Are you fucking kidding me? That's 2 bars a meter gone. So there's no real reason for me. There's no real reason for me to even do the 2 hits a meter. You know what I mean? It's just like, what's the point? Like, if I'm gonna get mediocre damage like that, it's fucking garbage, man. And I think that's unacceptable. Folding casuals, I mean, I'm fighting them. You know, I got some online matches with this Mileena player, so you guys can see how Mileena actually struggles, just in general. But those matches should be posted up pretty soon. But what else is there? She has a standard back 3/4 string. It just knocks you down on the ground. She gets a nice hit advantage to where she can dash up, apply pressure. This can complement her hop attack abilities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? She could possibly fake you out, hit you with a low or something like that. Or she could possibly throw you and confuse you. Now, one thing to take of note from this particular situation is that she has no flows by gapping, right? Now, her back 3, right, happens to be minus as hell on block, right? So if she staggers this, she can get fucked up, right? But if she just goes for this, she's completely safe, and it's a safe string for her to go for. So this string complements her overhead potential, because the main thing that I would go for instead of the hop attacks is her 25 frame overhead, because this actually complements her back 3. I don't think there's a real reason to go for her hop attacks. There's no reason to go for it. Like, if you're doing it, I mean, there must be a real reason why you're doing it, but I wouldn't do it because you're really unsafe. And yeah, the startup time's a lot quicker than her back 2, but her back 2 is safe, and all that these hop attacks do is that they just knock you down. That's it. And that's the same thing that she does with her back 2. So her hop attacks are completely useless. There's no reason for her to do it, not unless her back 2, she kind of leaps. You see that? So she might be able to go underneath a high. So, like, hold on. Or not a high, but a low. Excuse me. I'm talking about something else. So, hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Do people want Mileena to be S tier? I'm not too sure, because I don't know what people are talking about exactly. But, no, hell no. Like, I don't know if she would be considered S tier if she had these changes, though. Like, I wouldn't say... I think she'll be good because she has the mix-up potential. And the thing is that I want you guys to understand something here, right? Shiva has good neutral. She has really good wave dashing. Her walk speed is really good. She has really good mobility. She has 2 really good special moves in the neutral that make up for the lack of range that she has access to on her normals, right? So she could throw the Shokan Flame, and it's actually decently quick, has good damage, good hit advantage, allows her to close the distance or throw another projectile. And if you try to throw a projectile at Shiva, guess what happens? She has a Dragon Stump that will pretty much teleport her to you, and she has access to a Crushing Blow in it as well, if she hits you like 2 or 3 times, I believe it is. So she's already conditioning you to be very careful what you do. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then I do recall a friend showed me like a screenshot of Sonic Fox's thumbnail where he stated that Shiva was S tier. Because when she gets in, she's actually really safe. She has a pretty good far-reaching normal with her forward 1 that leaves her really safe. And that's what's weird, because her forward 1, I believe it is a mid. And what's funny about it is Kung Lao's forward 2, right, is -9 on block. And he's not even that heavy with mix-ups. He's just a mind game type of character. You know what I mean? Where he has really strong mind games with his orbiting hat. And you have a MKX character that happens to be really safe on her forward 1 when she has the same range as Kung Lao. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? So that's all I really had to say about that part, because I just wanted to let that be known, because Shiva can mix your shit up really fucking well. And she has really good shit with that. I have a custom build for Shiva that I think would just make her, like, well, I'll just make a video talking about it. But overall, let's continue on with these, with this string situation here. And then we have the final string here. So like I said before, I think you should add the combo strings for her, because her forward 4-3 string, right, is really, really good, right? Because the standard forward 3 or forward 4-3 string, it will just knock you down, right? And hold on, I remember Sonic Fox said Raiden was S tier like 9 months ago, and even then I was like, really? I don't think so. Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't think Raiden was S tier either. I think he was probably saying that because Raiden has the ability to disrespect a lot of characters' combo strings and stuff like that with his rising. And I honestly believe since Raiden got a buff where he's like plus on certain shit, I honestly think he's becoming a lot stronger because his back 1-2, 1+3 string is unbelievably strong. Mileena can duck under force balls. I hate her. Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand, bro. I get it. I get it. I understand why you would feel that way towards her. There's other characters that can do that shit too, but I think Mileena does it pretty well. Like, I think she's like probably one of the best anti-zoning type of characters to where like you can't just recklessly zone Mileena because if you do that, she'll get in on you very quickly. So it'll cause problems, just in general. But when it comes to this forward 4-3 string, right? Normally it would just knock you down, but Mileena can actually get a combo on you if she had access to the ball, right? So if you get hit with the overhead, she'll fuck you up. Now, one thing to take of note from this particular situation is that she's -11 on block, so she would have to make herself safe just in general. Hold up, Losty Girl wants her S tier. The Mileena stan she is. Who the hell is Losty Girl? Who the fuck are these people you guys are talking about? Losty Girl? Who is that? So, who is Losty Girl? Who the fuck is Losty Girl? That brief quietness that you guys heard, it was just me talking to my folks real quick. But I don't know who that is, but I highly disagree with that individual. Losty Girl is a MK channel like Super. Oh, okay. So why does Losty Girl want Mileena to be S tier? That wouldn't make any sense. Like, it's not to bash her because I don't know this person at all. But it seems like I wouldn't want Mileena to be S tier. She already has good neutral. Like, and I'm saying like her ability to get in is like really fucking good. Like you can't just zone this character the fuck out. It's her favorite character. Yeah, Mileena is my #1 favorite character of all time as well. And I'm talking about female-wise, but I don't want the character to be S tier to where she's dumb as fuck. Because Mileena has everything that she needs. She has a teleport. She has the ability to get in on you very quickly. She has mix-up potential if they buff it up the way that I said, right? Or if they at least fix some of this shit, right? And then she has access to a parry, which is the flawless block mechanic. So it's just like she's like a jack of all trades. She has pretty much everything. She has the ability to switch sides with you really well. Her damage is not bad. She has pretty good crushing blows. They're not that bad. I assume she wants it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't want Mileena to be S tier. Like, if anything, because she'll be like one of the most overused characters in the game. Like I said before, remember in the beginning when all you saw was a bunch of Sonya Blade players and a bunch of Aaron Blacks and a bunch of Scorpions because the characters was dumb back when the game was fresh. And when those characters got rightfully nerfed because they deserve to have it, guess what the fuck happened? You see a lot of flip-flopping ass niggas in the Mortal Kombat community that do not pick up these characters. Mileena, if she becomes S tier, watch how many people pick up this character. And another thing, that guy that I went against that was using Raiden, that was the ace Raiden that I went against that same night. Because he got a buff. So I know what it is with the flip-flopper community, bro. Like you go to the next strongest fucking character, and then, oh yeah, I just dropped this character because I just didn't want to use the character no more. I just did this. Get the fuck out of here. When fucking Sonya Blade was dumb as shit in this game, and I'm gonna tell you like it is. When Sonya Blade was dumb as shit in this game, I'm talking about character's neutral game was on point because she didn't have the craziest range on her normals, right? She's just like Mileena and shit. She had really good anti-airs. Her zoning could rival other characters in the game. But when she got in, dude, she was a threat. Like, I mean, dude. And then she's still a threat in this game because she has a really strong parry system to where, you know, like, she has the ability to parry through a huge portion of flawless block gap combo strings in this game very fucking easily without even having to flawless block you. And then she gets access to a crushing blow that gives her 20. It's crazy. Mortal Kombat 12 will be better. It's okay. Yeah. I just think that people are fake as shit. in the Mortal Kombat community, because it's like you go to the next strongest character, or you listen to a high level player that says this character is S tier, and then you gravitate towards that character, and then you want to main that character just in general. Should Rain be plus on one of his strings? I'll actually talk about that because that's a good question, man. That's a good thing that you brought that up, because I wanted to talk about him a little bit before I finish off with Mileena. But she has access to an overhead right here, as you can clearly see here, and she has lows, but those lows do not complement. They really do not complement her overheads whatsoever. Like, her commando doesn't complement any overhead that she has access to, at least. It's kind of trash, to be honest with you, right? So when she goes for the amplified version, right, she gets a hit advantage of 20 frames, and she can create a strike throw mind game. When she dashes up, she can hit you with a overhead, or she can take it upon herself to hit you with a back four, or she can go directly into the raw ass 4-2-3 string that pops you up. But unfortunately, you can't get a combo, so that's fucking garbage. But also, you can use this as a combo ender if you want to switch sides. And as you can clearly see, she gets really nice damage, almost 16% for this combo string, and it's actually really nice. So overall, I think that's pretty much everything for Mileena for right now. I have a custom build for Mileena that I'll probably make a separate video for and explain to you guys why I gave her certain special moves. Yeah. But I'll talk about that some other time. But let's go to my boy Rain, because I am currently training with this character. I'm trying to learn these matchups and stuff like that. Because he has really short range normals. Also, GSR, please make a video on or top 10 characters. Happened. Mine is. I would really like to see Beast Boy. I was really shocked that Beast Boy was not in Injustice 2, because they have Robin, they have the Cyborg nigga, they have Raven, they have Starfire, but they didn't have Beast Boy. And I'm like, dude, you could have completed the roster right there with Beast Boy. Beast Boy would have been dope. Him popping in and out of, you know what I mean, like of animals and shit. He would be the main character you would see me use all the time. I'm telling you, I would love to see Beast Boy, but I'm pretty sure if they're working on something, which I'm pretty sure they probably are, but they might add more DLC characters in this game. Now I'm gonna keep my expectations low, okay? But I feel like they're gonna add more DLC characters in this game, okay? Because we still have a lot of open slots here. Next to Shang Tsung, next to Nightwolf, next to Rain, next to Cetrion, because it would be really nice if they can add Sector and Cyrax in this game, because if you look at them, they were completely reskinned. They do not look like the MK9 versions of them, or MK9 or MKX versions of themselves. They really don't. And then I even showed you guys back in the past that when I was going against Sector, he had a new taunt. You know what I mean? So I wonder if they're hinting that these characters are going to be playable, because if you think about it, when you play the Towers of Time, because I did a tag team combo with Gears, they have it to where these characters are technically playable. And normally, and I'm going to tell you guys straight up, if you think about it, most of the tag team combos I've done, those characters are playable. Think about that shit. So I'm gonna keep my expectations low, but I'm not saying that there's gonna be more DLC characters, but it would be interesting to see if they're gonna add more characters in this game, which would be pretty nice, but it would be interesting to see who they add in this game. Personally, I want Striker. Yeah, I prefer Striker over Kano. I wasn't really that big on Kano. I think the only reason why I liked Kano was because in MKX, Kano was the best version that he could ever be. That was hands down the best Kano. Like, all three variations that he had was amazing. His design was actually pretty good. But his MK9 version and stuff like that, I wasn't really fucking with it, man. I really wasn't fucking with it. But let's talk a little bit about Rain. Oh, hey, what's going on? Alter Ego, what's good, bro? What's good? I'm certain Ermac, Reptile, and Human Smoke are coming back. That would be pretty nice if they do. But see, that's the problem though, man. That's what I'm having a problem with. Because it's like, Shang Tsung and his shapeshifter variation, bro, has those abilities of those characters. That's what I'm saying. Like, they wasted a lot of potential, because characters that are not playable in this game, they could have easily given it to Shang Tsung. To where you can morph into certain characters. You know what I mean? Same to you, bro. But that's all I really had to say about Shang Tsung. I think they
Shang
wasted a lot of
Tsung.
potential on this right here. It's just weird. But let's continue on.
Rambo.
So if I was to give let's see here, because I don't want to say something that's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? Because my custom variation for him is him playing like aggressive in a way. You know what I mean? I have other custom variations for him to where I'm currently labbing, but they could also giving it to Chameleon. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Drummond in this game. That'd be some crazy shit. It's been a long time since I've seen Drummond in Mortal Kombat, but they keep introducing new generation characters and outcast characters. It's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. Maybe they'll be playable, Sector and Cyrex. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Because they even have a stage dedicated to Cyrex and Sector. And then on top of that, they're assist characters. But the funny part about it is that they're in the story mode. And last time I checked, they said characters in the story mode was going to be playable characters, except for who? Chronica. Now, another character I would like to see in this game is Serena, because she was back in MKX, but she just disappeared off the face of the planet, and nobody knows what the fuck happened. So, yeah, I would have to say that. Now, the reason why I say that those two characters might be in this game is because, if you think about it, Shang Tsung has access to two different stages that belong to him, and he's a playable character. Devora has a stage that belongs to her, and she's a playable character. Technically, Liu Kang and Kung Lao have a stage dedicated to them, and they're a playable character. Bro, what's this, with everyone going all fan out crazy for Rambo and Rain? Are they really that good, or just too many stands? Laugh out loud. Well, I think that a lot of people love Rain, especially what they did with him in this game. Everyone on Twitch basically calling themselves the best Rain. Well, I'm not gonna call myself the best Rain. I ain't finna do that shit. Cause I just play the game, nigga. That's all I do. But I think a lot of people are picking Rain because Rain is a really fun character. He's actually like really cool. They did a really good job with Rain, I think. Just in general, I think he's a really awesome character, design-wise and everything. But nobody wanted Rambo. That is 100% correct. Rambo's a cool character. Don't get it twisted. He's an iconic character, but I don't understand why he's in this game. I understand what they're doing. Like, they got Terminator versus Rambo, Terminator versus RoboCop, RoboCop versus those two niggas. I see what they're doing, but I prefer Ash Williams instead. He fits in this universe a lot more. I understand what they were doing with Rambo, but it's just like, I don't like that. I don't want to dive all the way into that because I know that there's a lot of fans of Rambo and they like the fact that he's in this game, but it's just like, for me, I'm not a fan of it. Just in general, I just don't like what they did. That's just me though. So. Wait, what? Hold up. Alright, I forgot my first account. Nobody wanted Rambo, but most are playing him, laugh aloud, and Rain too. Yeah, if you notice something, nobody's really fucking with Mileena. And you wanna know why? Because Mileena's not that good offensive-wise. I think some people are playing Rain because Rain is by far the best DLC character when it comes to all three of them. But Kano's Molotov variation used to be broken as fuck. If they caught you in the corner, you might as well quit. Yeah, I mean, Kano's Molotov variation is really dangerous. Like it's really bad. Like because he has the ability to hit you with the acid burn, and you think that it's your turn, and it's not. And once he hits you with the acid burn, that's when the mind games start because you don't know when he's gonna throw it out. Like he gets really scary. like in the corner, but like he's pretty much plus even though he's minus on block when he goes for that. So yeah, yeah, they're not playing Mileena much. True, each Rain movement is pretty good. Yeah, Rain's movement is godlike. I think it's some of the best movement in the game. But I think Fujin has probably some of the best mobility in the game when he goes for his wave dashing. His shit is unbelievably quick. Like that shit is nuts. And then he has good neutral too. It's just like, bro, what the fuck? So yeah, he's definitely one of the gods of neutral in this game. But Rain's mobility really helps him get in, to be honest. And then his special moves do as well, depending on what you gave him, just in general. But if I have to give Rain a combo string that will leave him plus on block, make a video about that, why nobody wanted Rambo. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, man. I honestly think nobody wanted Rambo based on the fact that, because I didn't want Rambo. That's why I was upset when I saw the trailer. The reason why is because it's like, dude, you have so many other characters that, GSR, do you play Dead by Daylight? No, I've seen my little brother play that game, actually. It seems interesting. But I prefer to see, like, a horror. I prefer to have Michael Myers in this game. If they had Michael Myers in this game, bro, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's the shit I'm talking about. Having Michael Myers in this game. I think NRS is personally just bringing back the OG series on a video game. Well, I think that there are movies that come out with these characters, and I think that's what they're doing. Because Terminator came out, and he has a new movie out. Now, I think RoboCop had a new movie out a while ago, like a long time ago or something, so I guess they brought him in here. And then Rambo, I think he had a new movie as well, and then all of a sudden Rambo's in this game. That's what I think. But ever since MKX and NRS just needs to chill out with the guest character. Yeah, that's what I think. They need to chill out with that shit. I saw True Underdog Gaming make a video on which characters have the highest shall. I mean, yeah, Michael Myers would have been dope and Ash, but that's a negative. Yeah, it's a negative. it's a big ass negative. So I think a combo string I would allow this character to be safe on is this one. So the back 212, the final hit, it has a flawless block gap in it. I would allow him to be plus on block because I would allow him to be +1 or +2 on block, and this would actually complement him, especially in the corner. Because as you can clearly see, you can't really go anywhere, and this would make his offense pretty good, right? But then again, it's like he has like this, right? And the reason why I gave Rain this move is because it allows him to apply pressure. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. So hold on. Now, unfortunately, he can't cancel his 2-4-2 string. It's really weird. I don't understand what the hell the deal is with that particular situation. It's very odd why he can't cancel that, because if you look at the cancel advantage of his standing 2-4-2 string, he happens to have a cancel advantage of 33 frames. But he can't cancel into anything else, so that's really stupid. Bro, you'll be on later. I'll be on after I eat around 9 p.m. Yeah, I might be on. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be on or not. But we shall see. Dude, Ghostface, I would like to... I think it's mostly a combo ender. Yeah, I mean, it's a combo ender. You can use it as a combo ender, but I don't think this is his best combo ender. I mean, like, if we look at the damage, right? It knocks the opponent far away. He gets pretty good damage off of it. But if I go to, like, this string right here, right? It's really good damage. And he has the ability to switch sides with you, which is really nice as well. And he still gets really good damage. So I feel like these two combo strings are his really good combo ending type of combo string, right? Now, if I was to put you into a combo, right, which I'll just show you. If I wanted to switch sides with you, that's what I can do. If I wanted to keep you on the same side and keep you super close to me, right, so hold on. Hold on, because I fucked it up. That's what I can do to you. And he has like a really high hit advantage of 13 frames, which is pretty good because he can move those frames before the opponent can. Does it have a hard knockdown? maybe great in the corner. What, the back 2-1-2? Are you talking about the back 2-1-2? He has a flawless block gap in that shit, so you have to be very careful. But he stays -4, so you would have to use a defensive bar or an offensive bar. But I would turn this string +2 or +3 on block. Maybe just +2 and that's it. Nothing too crazy because Rain, when he uses a bar and meter, he has the ability to apply pressure. And as you can clearly see, there's no flow down. Not unless I go for like a poke. But the mind game is that you don't know when I'm going to go for that poke. Or not that poke, but that hit. So I can apply pressure, and I can do shit like this, and I'll be plus on block. But you have the ability to flawless block me, or you can go underneath me. Now, one thing that I was labbing on was that he has a flawless block gap in certain strings when he does this, right? So if I was to do this, right? So watch. It's a 2-hitting mid. It gives him really good chip damage. So let me just show you guys that real quick. See that? It gives him really good chip damage. And this is a really good pop-up. But not only that, it gives him really good damage compared to his rain kick or whatever, or super kick. So that's actually really nice. And then he can actually get pressure and create a mind game. He's kind of like Jackie Briggs, but the only downfall of this is that he doesn't have the ability to hit you with a low. If he could, he'd be just like Jackie Briggs, just in general. But he can create somewhat of a mind game off of this, right? So that's like the perks of having this, because it gives him really good damage. He can apply pressure. He can start up a combo. But if you try to extend a combo with this, it's not going to work. He'll just knock you down and that's it. So yeah, just keep that shit in mind. So let's see here. I think I'll just show you guys. So he has a flawless by gap and the shit that he does. So hold on, let me actually go to a string. Yeah, this one right here. You see this? So watch this. So hold on, let me see if I can get it. See that? I went for an up 2 and it didn't work. So he shut out my ability. He shut out my ability to flawless block him right there. So watch. See that? Because there is a second hit with that little rise of water that he has. Johnny NRS title from MK9 to MK11 had least smoke. Okay, where do all the tier lists? Hold up, where on the tier list do you think Rain is? And maybe Reptile friend. That would be pretty nice if Reptile was in Injustice. That would be pretty interesting. But then again, Reptile, he kills people like a lot. But maybe. So Rain on the tier list, I'm not too sure. I don't do tier lists like that. But if I had to say where I would put Rain as on a tier list for right now, until I actually learn different matchups and stuff like that with the character, maybe flawless block, and then go for uppercut. See, that's the problem right there, right? Because I did lab this, but before I talk about the uppercut situation with the flawless block situation, I think I would put Rain. I would put him in between A and B tier. And I want to put him slightly upper a little bit because Rain's pressure is actually not that bad. He has pretty good mix-ups to a certain degree. His damage, though, it's okay. Like, it's not the best in the game because there are plenty of characters that can hit you with, like, 1 bar. Like, Brock is a prime example. He can hit you with 1 bar and damn near take 40% of your health. Like it's nothing. So that's fucking dumb as hell. I think Mileena should be able to special cancel 423. What do you think? If you look at the beginning of my video, I talked about, or the beginning of this live stream, excuse me, I actually talked about Mileena and stuff. But yeah. So I think I would put Rain in between A and B tier though, like for right now. And I did say for right now, I would put him in between that. That's just my opinion though. Some people may feel differently, but once I lab a little bit more and learn different matchups to see what his strengths are completely, because I think he has good neutral to a certain degree. He has good mobility. His damage output is okay. It's not the greatest in the game. He has really short ranged attacks though. So characters that can space him out, that's where he's going to struggle. Because he doesn't really have certain special moves that can help him with that. He doesn't have certain normals that can help him with that. So he's really going to have to focus on like trying to gain space to whiff punish the opponent and stuff like that. His 4-3-4-4 string, and Johnny Cage spaces him out. Fujin even can space this nigga out, and he possibly won't even get a punish on the character. So there's some things to talk about. How much unbreakable damage can he get? I'm not too sure. Not completely. I'm not too sure of the way. I would have to lab it. But I'm pretty sure he can get some good damage. I'm pretty sure. Um, I'm pretty sure. Um, so the thing that people have to understand about Rain's little bubble rise or whatever the hell you want to call it. So hold on, let me just call the move by its proper name. His Hydro Boost. To be honest, I'd prefer Mileena to be lower in the tier than overly busted like she was in MKX. I hate how she was really. Yeah, I mean, I think her Ethereal variation was like the strongest variation she had access to. Her mix-up game in MKX, I don't think it was that good because her overhead was very reactable. Like it was very reactable, but her ability to cancel for a bar meter um, was really good because she can create a mind game off of that. She can either throw you or she can do this and that, and that's what made her kind of strong. I think is her ethereal variation. Her other two variations, they wasn't bad, but they wasn't the best. From my understanding of it, from when I actually went against a really good ethereal player that was using Mileena. Um, but I can understand what you're talking about right there. But um, this move, right? Jade is top tier. Don't argue with me. Um, she's an annoying zoner. She has good range, but from the most part, like Jade is like really, really unsafe. Like she's like unbelievably unsafe. Like a lot of shit she has access to, you can kind of like fuck her shit up. Like if she goes for a 4-2, you can flawless block her. And from what I remember from my muscle memory, she's like minus 19 on block. And for most characters that have good range on the normals, they can get a full combo punish on her and they can fuck her shit up. And she can't even commit into the full string. She has flawless block gaps at close range, even if she tries to space you out. Um, Emerald Defender is such a pest. Yeah, I can agree with that to a certain degree. But there's always around Jade players to a certain degree if you understand the matchup and you understand what you're going against. But that's why you have to train really hard and practice and practice and practice so that way you can understand how good that character actually is. Um, hey, what's going on, Robin? What's going on, bro? So check this out, right? Rain can go for a situation to where he can do this. So hold on, because I need to figure out because I forgot I'm trying to figure out which string he had a flows by gap in because I fucking forgot already. Nope, it's not that one. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. So if you try to uppercut him, you'll fail. So hold on. See that? So the reason why I say you'll fail is because it'll seem easy if you think you can actually do that. So hold on, I gotta turn that off. So hold on. 134 has a gap. Yeah, I know it has a gap. It complements his 133, and his 133 complements his 134. Well, when I used to have this game, I didn't play Jade's. I just left. I just couldn't. Yeah, I can understand. Jade's variation with the pole vault takes a lot of labbing to properly expose its weakness. Yeah, actually, hold on. Let's go to Jade real quick.
Rain. Jade. Chronicles.
All right. So her pole bolt, excuse me, is mad interesting, including this blazing nitro kick. She has the ability to make herself actually really plus on block when she goes for her blazing nitro kick in this, and it really complements her back three string. Hey, same to you, bro. But she has a flawless by gap in it. But you can't go for your up two, which I thought was actually interesting. But this move is very annoying, but it allows her to be safe. She could possibly go for an Abare. depending on what you throw out. So you have to be very careful what you throw out. But characters with 9 frames and 10 frame mids, they'll more than likely challenge her and beat her out like almost every single time. So if she has like a 7 frame down one or a 7 frame standing one, 7 plus minus 3 is 8, 9, 10. So she'll have a 10 frame normal. So characters with pokes, with good pokes, they'll have to poke her. The violence does not fit on Rambo because it doesn't fit his character. Yeah, hit or miss. Um, so let's see here. So as you clearly see, there's a flawless block gap in it, right? And she happens to be -3 on block, so she's completely safe, right? But if I try to forward dash, as you can clearly see, the pole, it creates a barrier to where you can't do that. You see that? If I jump, and the whole thing is that you need to figure out your different options here. This applies with any other character. You need to really lab the combo strings. You really need to lab like what you can do to get out of it. Can I backdash? Can I jump? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I flawless block? Can I, you know what I mean? Just figure it out. You know what I mean? Can I roll? See that? I can't do that. I can't forward dash. Uppercut. Okay, I get a little uppercut. We trade. Okay, I recovered enough. You see that? Hold on. Oh, look at that. You see that? I was able to get a combo.
I am a god.
Damn right, boy. Wow, and I can actually use the barometer. So I'm getting a really nice anti-air off of her. Wow, she can get fucked up, bro. Hold on. I haven't even labbed against this character yet. God damn it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that damage though. So, as you can clearly see, like, she can get fucked up. So, let's see what I can do here. So, if I flawless block her, I can't go for my up 2, so that's out the window. So, hold up. Ooh, up 3, up 3. That's what you can do. You can get out of it. I have a hit advantage of 13 frames, so you can fuck her shit up. What happens if you try to forward dash? I showed you that already, but I'll show it again. If you try to forward dash, you can't do anything. See that? The pole is what's stopping you. Like, it's preventing you from moving forwards. But if you try to backdash, like, you'll get hit regardless. But one of the... I'd rather take this trade because I'm getting a nice combo off of this. And I can switch sides with her. You see that? So, like, if I had my fatal blowout... Hold on. You'll take some damage, but this trade is really good because if you think about it, you're recovering, because she hit you, you're recovering a lot faster off of your overhead. So keep that in mind. Yes, sir! Gotta hit speed, wait. 36% damage. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't think wasting a fatal blow on that is a good idea. Not unless he's gonna close the round out. Yeah, Devore could probably stop her with fighting, but Grapevine, though. Yeah, for sure. She has other strings to where she can do this too. So I can up 3 her, I can trade with her and go for an uppercut, and I can punish her very well. She also has a flawless block gap in her plus string as well. So you don't need to rely on a up 2 or up 3. You can just punish her because she's -10. So hold on. So yeah, as you can clearly see, like, she gets fucked up. So yeah, she gets folded like really bad. So Can't go for a poke though. So there's that. Like, she can get fucked up, but this is the downfall of this particular situation. She has the ability to go for her that pole vault, and she can make herself +1 block. So let me see how you do it. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay. So as you can clearly see, there's no flawless block gap. Now, most people saw that, and they'll be like, "Oh, damn, that's a high. I could punish that. Watch this." I tried to neutral crouch and I got hit. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Now, if the Jade player's smart, they're not going to take it upon themselves to commit into this. And the reason why I say that is because they know for a fact that you can neutral crouch that. So if I turn off the crushing blows here, as you can clearly see, it's off. You already know what's about to happen. So hold on. What can I get off of this actually? Because if you stand up, like, nigga, you're going to get hit. Yeah, and then I can get a combo. So if I make a read, then I can fuck this shit up. But this is the whole point of the mind games. You don't know when they're gonna do it, and that's the problem. I never got the point behind the up 2 and up 3 after flawless blocking. Wouldn't it be faster to go for regular combo? Doesn't it make every string minus? Well, it doesn't make every string minus necessarily, because there are certain combo strings in the game that will stay +1 on block to where you have no choice but to go for an up 2 and up 3. Mainly an up 2 for most characters, but certain characters up 2s are not that good, like Kitana's up 2. She doesn't have the greatest range. It's probably one of the worst up 2s in the game. So you would have to rely on an up 3. Pretty much. I really wish Jade had more of a space control footsie playstyle, but her kit just favors poor zoning for the most players. Well, I mean, she could technically play footsies with you. Like, she can definitely do that. She has the range to do so. Scarlet's not this safe because she excels with zoning. If they were to remove certain flawless block gaps that Scarlet had access to and made her a little bit more safer on shit that she had access to, she'd be annoying as shit. But then again, you got Liu Kang that can fight you at close range. But the downfall of Liu Kang is that he doesn't have the greatest range to deal with spacing completely. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. He has short range attacks, and then his zoning make up for the lack of range that he has access to on his normals and the neutral. Jade's down 4 is stupid. Yeah, her down 4 is pretty good. Like, it's 10 frames. It's actually pretty quick. It gives her a nice hit advantage. Just in general. She happens to be -7 now, so if she backdashes, she'll get fucked up. So hold on. See that? She'll get fucked up, and my easy crushing blows is off. So most Jade players that I've gone against when I would use Johnny Cage, I never understood why they would backdash, because I kind of figured that they were safe, because before she used to be -5 on this down 4, and I never really understood why they would backdash, right? And then I realized she gets a lot of space off of this shit. So if I know that she's gonna do this, she gets fucked up. You see what I mean? Like, she'll get fucked up if she backdashes, but obviously Jade's not just gonna sit there and just let you do that. Like, she'll go into like a special move, and that's one of the biggest tips I can give you guys, is that if you walk into somebody's range and they go for a poke, hold block a little bit longer, because they might buffer a special move, and that's how you could take advantage of that particular situation. Like, if she was to buffer this move when I walk in her range, and I know she's gonna do it, I can either block this, and she might amplify, but she's super minus on block, to where, you know, she can get fucked up very easily, and then, you know, I can go for, like, whatever combo that I want. So, what's another string? Her forward 2, like I said, she can't even commit, and I literally just tried to do the string right there, and I couldn't even do it. So is Rambo crawl move broken? It looks broken from what I've seen. but haven't played. It's not broken. I don't think it's broken. It's actually pretty vulnerable if you know what you're doing. He has this throw that he can do to where if you predict ahead of time that he's going to throw you,
Rain.
you can hop up and you can get a full combo punish, and for most characters, that's an easy crushing blow. So I picked Rain already because, you know, I'm using him and I'm trying to learn these matchups and stuff like that. It's going to take a minute because you actually have to learn so you can figure out what you can and cannot do, especially against characters like Scarlet that can space you out. So I'm going to pick Johnny Cage, right? And I need to change his variation because I need to do another custom build for him, actually, but I'll just keep it like this, I guess. What was I getting ready to tell you guys, man? I just lost my fucking memory. I don't know why. Oh, Rambo. That's right, Rambo. Alright, so does he have the low crawl in this one? No, he doesn't. I gotta go to customize this so I can get it. So I think the thing that complements Rambo's overheads would have to be his crawl. That's what I would give him in this variation. I would give him a snare trap, and instead of the command throw, I would give him the crawl. He can low profile mids. He can do a lot of shit off of this, and it's actually pretty good. Now, his combo strings are really unsafe. I'm pretty sure there's probably characters that can low profile certain shit that he does. His launcher is really unsafe, but his forward 1, he can actually stagger it, or I think it's his forward 2, because he's -7 on block from what I remember.
Johnny Cage. Rambo.
But we're gonna go to Rambo real quick.
Retrocade.
Alright. While we're on the topic, I see a lot of people saying Rambo's Claymore is stupid good, but is it just being overhyped? Well, I haven't really labbed with Rambo yet because I told you guys I was going to make a combo video with him, but I was training with Rain and I forgot about him. So I'm going to have to learn some type of setups with the character and stuff like that in order to really confirm that his shit is stupid good, because it is unblockable, so that's actually really good. And I'm pretty sure if you give him access to like a command throw type of variation where he throws you into it, that can cause problems, especially in the corner, I think. But it reminds me of Aaron Black's Dynamite, to where he can get damage too and stuff, but I'm not too sure because I haven't labbed it all the way just yet, but I'll probably do that eventually because I do want to make a combo video for Rambo because he's the only character that I haven't done a combo video with just yet. I'm pretty sure you can hit yourself with your own Claymore. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can. So you can stand on it. Yeah, you could definitely do that. So Rambo has a back one 2-1 combo string that's an overhead, and then he has access to the crawl, right? So he gets access to a low, he gets access to a parry, he gets access to a regular throw. So if he was to do this, right, as you can clearly see, he crouches really fast. You see that? Or he gets on the ground really fast. So I think this complements his overheads really well because you have to guess on what he's going to do here. Now, if I try to backdash, as you can clearly see, he just stopped me. If I walk backwards, he stops me. But, see that? If I predict ahead of time he's going to do that, as you can clearly see, he gets his shit fucked up. You see what I mean? So he'll get folded like very fucking easily. he'll get folded very easily. You see that shit? So he has a counter, which is obviously the parry. But another thing you can do is, let me see if I can get it. See what I mean? So, did Johnny Cage's face look plastic right there? Did you guys see that shit? His face looked plastic as hell. But anyway, yeah, you can hop over it, and his recovery is pretty high. So hold on. If I predict he's gonna grab me, his recovery is 35 frames, and for most characters, that's a free crushing blow. As you can clearly see, I can jump up, and I can do that. Luckily for Johnny Cage, he can do shit like this. And he can pretty much fuck Rambo shit up, like, very easily. If I was to go for Johnny Cage's parry, as you can clearly see, he's being beat out. So that's what happens. So he goes for the low. So his low is what? As you can clearly see, I don't exactly know what his low is. But he could possibly get hit. So if you try to jump, it won't work. If you backdash, it won't work. If you forward jump, it won't work. If you jump up, it won't work. So you can... Hold on, let me show you. See that? See what he did? He can low profile that shit. You see that? See that shit? I can't hit him. See that? But I can still hit him out of it if I predict ahead of time that he's going to go for the low or he's going to go for the command throw. But the downside of you doing that is the fact that the character has a parry. See that? So that's what's going to make you afraid to attack him. But then again, it's like if he does that, you can wait it out. And he gets punished. See what I mean? So he gets kind of fucked up in a way, just in general. It's like you would have to create, because it's like if I jump, right? His recovery is 18 frames. So if I jump, he has time to recover and he might be able to hit me. Just in general. But then again, right there, I had enough time to punish him. So, I mean, if you jump up, I mean, you'll be able to hit him. But then again, if he goes for the low is going to prevent you from jumping. So that's the problem right there, which is going to force you to, like, poke him and shit, or you're going to try and flawless block him. See that? And my flawless block didn't work. Up 3 did, though. So I'm going to have Rambo do it twice. I have him go for a parry. Hold on. Yep, he gets beat out. Down 1. Gets beat out right there. Can't jump. So he's shutting out my jumping abilities. Can't walk backwards. So that parry is the threat. So I have to guess on whether or not he's going to do that. I can either flawless block him. And here's the problem, right? If you try to flawless block him, right? He can grab you. If you try to down 1 him, he can parry you. If you try to disrespect the parry situation, you see the mind game here? So if you record AI his crawl moves, could you guess correctly? Could you guess correctly? I mean, that's the whole point of guessing. Like, some people are good at guessing, some people aren't. Well, then again, it's very easy to guess because it's like, it depends on how your opponent is. If your opponent's patterns is doing the same shit over and over again, and you still haven't punished it because they're hitting you with it consistently, then you might want to sit there and pay attention to that. Like, if you keep getting hit by something, right? Say for example, Rambo hits me with this overhead, right? And I keep ducking like this, and he just keeps hitting me with this shit, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? I keep getting hit by this, and then he gets a combo off of it, and he fucks my shit up. What am I doing wrong here? I'm not reading that he's going to commit into that. He's doing it because he knows it works. But the trick is that if you start to see a pattern, take advantage of it. But here's the problem. This is when things get more advanced. If the opponent realizes that you're catching on, say for example, Rambo's forward 1-2-2 string. It's a launcher, right? So he's really minus on block. If he just does this, he's minus 10. But there's a flawless block gap in there, right? If Rambo knows you're going to flawless block him, right? He's not just going to keep doing this fucking string, right? As you can clearly see, hold on. Damn, come on now. You see what I mean? Like he's not gonna keep doing it because he knows that string is really unsafe. So what he's gonna do is that he's gonna stagger. His forward 1 is one of his best staggers. You see how his stagger game is, and then he has the ability to throw you off of this. So then when you do feed into temptation because you believe that the character is gonna throw you, what are you gonna do, right? You're gonna go for an uppercut and you're gonna try and punish him, and then he's gonna commit into the full string, and then he's gonna hit you. Rambo's roll move with the crushing blow looks pretty interesting. Yeah, it is pretty interesting, but it's like I don't think his role is that good. I thought it was going to be really good to where it gives him some type of pressure, but it seems like he can get in on you with the role, which is pretty nice. But him switching sides with you and creating a mind game off of it, it's kind of risky, I think, because it's like he has a mind game off of it, but it's like when I was labbing it just a little bit, like, dude, like it just seems like he can get fucked up just for doing that shit, even when he cancels. I'm just saying. Um, but I get what you mean by saying it's pretty interesting. Hey, what's going on, OG? What's good? What's good with you? So, it does seem pretty gimmicky. Yeah, it is pretty gimmicky. It looks like it works. Experience, they're gonna fuck you up because you keep doing it. Like, or you try to do it on them every now and then, especially if they have a good reaction time, because reaction is a big part of fighting games as well. Um, but it's not everything. Um, so overall, like Rambo, I think it always works except when it doesn't. Yeah, I'd have to agree to a certain point, or a certain extent, excuse me. So yeah, I think like Rambo's little low crawl that he has, it's actually pretty good for him. It complements his overheads pretty well. If I have to make a custom variation, this is exactly what I would give him, just in general. Because that low, it allows him to go for some form of a combo. And I'm talking about when he ties your ass the fuck up unwillingly. And then, he can obviously get himself, like, he can get himself some form of a combo and stuff like that. The only downside of this, though, and why I just don't know if I would give him this, is because he gets access to a crushing blow on his regular back forward 4, which is that slide, and this ultimately allows the character to get like a free 30-something% damage combo on you, just in general. So that's actually pretty good, but I think you can give that to him in another variation just in general, but I'll have to lab some more with Rambo to really confirm some of this stuff. I think I might pick up MK11 again since it's $20. Damn, it's only $20. Holy shit! But I won't have most of the DLC. Yeah, the problem that I have with fighting games is that if you don't have the DLC character, I don't think you can actually train with them. So that way you can understand what you're up against. That's one of the things that I do not like about fighting games, is that when I was playing a little bit of Tekken, I realized that when my friend was fighting this guy that is Negan, that was playing as Negan, my friend didn't have that character, so he didn't know what Negan had as combo strings. He didn't know what combo strings were strong on Negan, so that caused a problem for him, right? And that's the reason why a lot of people come to YouTube channels and certain people that expose these combo strings, is because if they don't have that character, they can at least learn from that player, like, okay, like, since I don't have the character and I can't lab against the character, then I can obviously, at least have a chance of fighting the dude, you know what I mean? But my issue with fighting games is that if you don't have that character, because you don't want to purchase that character because you don't like that character, say for example, I don't want RoboCop, because I don't even like the fact that RoboCop's in the game, right? Nah, don't pick this game up, it's literally bad. So, I wonder if the crawl is good for opponents that are gonna do wake up attacks. You know what? It might be. That's a good thing you said that, because I like to lab extensively. I like to figure out like what this move is ultimately really good for. So hold on. Okay, so where's his grab at? Okay, it's down here. There you go. You got your answer. What's this crushing blow on that actually? Triggers after crawling a short distance. Triggers after crawling for short. I think that they need to change this crushing blow though. Rain is ripped from MK9. Hold on. Damn it. Fucked it up. So he only gets 10% damage, so I wouldn't want to go for the regular throw. I mean, not the regular throw, but that throw. I would rather go for this because it gives me more damage, and the opponent's still super close to me, which is actually really nice, and it complements Rambo really well. So I wouldn't go for like the crawl into the throw. I really wouldn't do that. That's just me though. But let's see here. But this parry, though, can come in handy. Come on now. So yeah, I mean, you can use that as a parry if you know they're gonna wake up, but you would have to be on point with that shit because, as you can clearly see, Johnny Cage's up 2 came out pretty fucking quick, and it has decent range, so you would have to be careful with that. Overall, like, Rambo's offense is okay. It's not the best in the game. A lot of his attacks are kind of slow, combo string wise, but I think one of his strongest strings, even though it's like really unsafe, which, I mean, I can understand why because it's a launcher, it's his forward 1. I think his forward 1 is, it's actually decently good to a certain degree because there's a falls by gap in the second hit, so he can't commit into the full string. But if he does, he's minus 30 on block. And for most characters, that's a free punish and a crushing blow. But he has the ability to stagger this if you're focusing on falls blocking him, and he can take it upon himself to throw you, which is actually really nice. So this is, I think this is one of his strongest strings that Rambo has access to, is his forward 1-2-2, just in general, because if you feed into temptation, which more than likely you will, he'll commit into the full string, and then he'll get some form of a combo, and depending on what you have, you could possibly set up a claymore, or you could possibly cash out on damage, or you could do whatever the hell you're trying to do just in general. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this live stream for right now. I don't want to talk about everything just yet because I gotta get me some fucking sleep. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. I honestly do believe Mileena needs to have a little bit of a buff to where she's a little bit more better with her offense, just in general, because I think that this character's offense at close range is not that good, just in general. Like, Rambo has a little bit more better offense than Mileena, I believe. Mileena has certain strings that has potential, but there's a problem with the character, how she's not able to hit confirm off of her advancing forward 1-2. She can't hit confirm after going for a regular forward 2-3, I think it is, where it's a launcher, and that's just ridiculous. She has certain strings that are very questionable, just in general, and I think that they need to look into that character a little bit more and fix her up a little bit. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just look in the beginning of this live and you'll understand what the hell I was talking about, just in general. But overall, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think Rain is definitely the best DLC character out of all 3 of them. I would put Rambo in second, and I would put Mileena in third. So yeah, Rain's back to needs a buff. He really doesn't have any mids. I don't know if I would agree with you on that. I don't know what you mean by that completely. Are you talking about range? Like, are you talking about range-wise? Because if you're talking about range-wise, I can understand to a certain degree. But, like, if you're talking about he doesn't have really any mids, that's not true. Rain has, like, a 10 frame back 2, I believe it is. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what you're talking about. So, hold on.
Kotal Khan. Wuxi Dragon.
I would have to disagree with you. Like, Rain has some decent mids. Like, he has really good mind games off of his mids as well. Especially if you use, like, the little hydro boost that I gave him to where he gets more pressure. He gets good safe chip damage. And then he can actually go into a certain string. So I would actually have to disagree with you on that, because if you're talking about his back 2, that's a 10 frame mid. It may be really short range, but this is a really good move for this character because you can't just go for an Nabari on this character that easily. And not only that, I mean, he could possibly stagger it, as you can clearly see here, and he can catch you off guard. Yeah, range-wise, and a lot of characters can go under. I can understand why you would say that, because I mean, it does look like it could be a high move. You know what I mean? As you can clearly see here. So I guess I can understand to a certain degree. But he has a back 1 that starts at the 12 frames, which is actually pretty good. It's a good stagger. It's one of his best staggers, I think, because he creates a mind game off of this, where you have to guess on whether or not he's going to switch sides with you. Is he going to delay and all that extra shit? And for people who don't know, there's a flawless by gap in this move. If he delays it, you can actually... You know what? Let me just show you guys. I normally wouldn't do that because I like it when people actually lab. But fuck it. So hold on. You can actually, hold on. Let me see if I can get it. It's gonna be kind of hard. Nah, I don't think you can do it. But yeah, you can get a flawless block here. So hold on. Rain is an all-around good character, in my opinion. It just depends on how you play with him. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He's a pretty good character because when he gets in, if you have the right shit, you can do some damage with him. But his damage-wise, it's kind of questionable because you could use like 2 bars a meter, and you get mediocre damage. But you have other characters in the game that can get like 30+% damage, mainly off of just 1 bar. And Baraka's a prime example, and this nigga's using like 2 bars a meter, and he's only getting mediocre damage, which is kind of questionable, at least in my opinion. But I mean, it's whatever. What's good? What's good? So there is a flawless by gap in this. It's possible to down one him. I think it's only meant for certain characters, but certain characters can backdash out of this. So I'll show you guys that because Kotal Khan can't backdash. He can't backdash out of that. Cetrion, however, can backdash out of it, which I thought was interesting. I was just like, holy shit, she can get out of it? So it's going to be a little complicated keeping Cetrion where you want her, where she has to guess on this. But like, if I go for the regular version, there's like no flawless spot gap. But it's like if you delay this shit like that, I can backdash all of a sudden. You see that? So if I was to delay this, you see what I mean? Like I could punish you for doing that. So you have to be very careful on that. His back one, I think it is. Yeah, it's a pretty good stagger because it creates a mind game. But the problem is that if the opponent tries to flawless block you, if they try to disrespect the string, instead of you committing into the full string, like where he kicks you forwards instead of behind you, you can go directly into the Hydro Boost, and this gives him good chip damage and possibly some safe pressure. So this can cause a problem for the opponent. But I also gave him another move where it costs a defensive bar to where he retreats backwards, and he can create a mind game off of that because you have to figure out on whether or not he's going to commit and stuff like that. So like, let's go to
Cetrion.
Let's go to Cetrion real quick because I was labbing against this character a little bit. I don't go against a lot of Cetrions because I don't see a lot of Cetrion players, but a while ago I went against a really good Cetrion player, and I didn't even know the fucking matchup. It was really difficult to pinpoint what I can and cannot do in that situation. Just in general, that's why learning matchups is very important because it helps you in the fight, especially if you have good muscle memory. Watch this. Remember how Kotal Khan wasn't able to like backdash when I just did the regular version? Watch this. You see that shit is different every matchup. You see that? So guess what she gets? And then she can go in for like, you know, whatever combo she wants. So she can pretty much fuck your shit up, like, if you commit into this and they know about it. So yeah, she could fuck you up really bad and then do whatever the hell she's trying to do. So it's you know, it's kind of annoying, but I mean, it's whatever, because she doesn't have to deal with it. She doesn't have to flawless block you at all. She could just say fuck you and just do whatever she wants to do. But right here, right, I can't back that. You see that? He'll just knock you closer to the corner. But it's like, if you try to get out the way of this, like, hold on, let me turn this on. See that? There's no flawless block gap, so guess what? You forward dash because it's going to act as a backwards dash for you because you think I'm going to go on the other side of you, and then what happens here is that I go into the Hydro Boost, and even if you block it, if I amplify, this gives me some form of pressure. You see what I mean? Or I could take it upon myself to pretty much do, what's that fucking move he has? I can do that, but it has a flawless like that. But I can cancel, and you'll probably run right into me, and I can easily hit you. But he has a crushing blow on it, but you have to charge it up a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get that out. But yeah, like this back one is a pretty good stagger for him because you don't know when he's gonna commit. And one of the strongest things about Rain, I think, at least from my opinion, from me labbing with him, is that it's very difficult to keep this character on the same side where you want him to be at. That's one of the strongest things about this character, is the fact that he can decide where he wants you, but it's very difficult for you to keep him where you want him. You get what I mean? Like, if you pay attention to how he plays, and if you pay attention to his combo strings, especially his combo strings, I can't stress that enough, you realize that he has the ability to keep you where he wants you to be. See what I mean? He can switch sides with you. He gets a good amount of distance, good hit advantage. He can dash in. He could possibly backdash. You know what I mean? Like he could do like a lot of shit, man. Like it's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. And then like if I want you to stay close to me and stay here, check this out. See what I mean? Like he can tell you, well, he can show you like, look, you're going to either break out and you're going to have to deal with me again, or you're going to accept the fact that I'm getting out this fucking corner, or I'm going to put you in that fucking corner. And even if I'm playing in a defensive way, right, to where I'm trying to get out the corner, like say for example, like Cetrion is like pressuring me in the corner, and then all of a sudden I manage to get my turn because she's really minus on block. She has to worry about me switching sides. So she's obviously going to backdash and get a full combo punish. She's going to try and switch sides with me, just in general, because she has the ability to do that in this variation. And she's going to try and put me back into the corner, because the corner is the most dangerous spot because there's nowhere to go. And if you have a character that can space you out, and you have short range normals, it's going to be very difficult to deal with that character. So, like, Rain can keep creating mind games, and then when she feeds into temptation, he can easily take it upon himself to do this. And as you can clearly see, I get pressure. See that? So even if she respects and blocks, guess what? I get pressure. Now, you can flawless block her, or him, right? But he has the ability to delay this, which causes a problem. So that causes issues in the stuff. He can also do this with his pokes, and it's also defensive bar. So like, if you guys pay attention, me fighting that one guy that was using Rain, I was just testing out Rain's options to see how the opponent would react to it. And he didn't react the way that I thought he was going to react. Now, it is possible to punish him, but the problem is that, you know, he could possibly hit you, but all he gets off of this is a crushing blow. What's cool about this move, though, is that he can amplify it, right? So hold on, let me show you. Not only does he gain space, but he can get a nice hit advantage to where he can dash up really quickly, gain that space. He can throw a projectile at you into neutral. What else is there? He gets a crushing blow. But if I was to use a bar meter, watch this. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Hold on, because I fucked it up. Damn it, come on now. Come on, bro. Damn, this is going to be hard. Holy fuck. I did it in training mode like a lot. I don't know why it's not working now. Holy fuck. Fuck, I'm probably going to have to just show another video of that some other time. Because you can do it. I'm trying to figure out... Hold on, let me see if I do it this way. Damn it, almost had it. Come on. Damn it. God, I gotta time that shit correctly. Because it's possible to do it, but the window is so fucking small. But he gets like a lot of damage off of it, pretty much. What else is there about this character? He has a 1-3-3 string that's a launcher. The moves are high. You can neutral crouch it and uppercut him. You can neutral crouch to get a full combo punish or a crushing blow. He has a 1-3-4 string that has a overhead, so if you take it upon yourself to neutral crouch, this is what's gonna happen. You'll just get hit, he'll get a little bit of damage, nothing too crazy, but he'll get a high hit advantage of 20 frames, maybe even higher, depending on the character. It'll allow him to perform a strike though mind game. He can apply pressure. What else is there? He also has a flawless buy gap in his 1-3-4 string. So if I get her to flawless block him, he stays -6. So you would have to use an up 2 or up 3. If you don't have a defensive bar or an offensive bar to deal with that, then what you can do with this particular situation is that you can just leave him -6 on block, and he has to kind of respect this, because there are characters in the game with 9 frames to 10 frames to 11 frame mids, or some characters with really good pokes like Johnny Cage that will deny his ability to go for an Nabari. So there's that, right? What else is there? He has the ability to do this, and the startup time is a lot different. So you would have to flawless block him a lot quicker. But the problem with you trying to flawless block him when he does this is that it's not possible to go for an up 2 when it comes to certain characters. Now, one of the characters I noticed that can go for their up 2 would have to be Collector. I'll show you guys that very soon here, because I was going to end the live stream, but fuck it. When he does this, hold on. See that? I went for my up 2. Hold on, let me turn my buttons on. See that? I went for my up 2 and then he beat it out because there's 2 hits and he gets pretty nice chip damage as well. I go for the up 3, it doesn't work. Let's see if I can crouch. Hold on. See that shit? See that? Like it's not working. See that? I even delayed it. So hold on. Now that right there you can do, but it's like he can delay that hit, man. Like he can literally delay that hit, and when he delays that hit, that's the problem, because you're gonna try and attack him, and that's when he gets a combo on you. So he has a really good mind game. But one of the things you can do though, hold on, let me see if I can get it. If he does this really close to you, so hold on. Damn it. So if he commits into the hit, he'll get fucked up. So hold on, let me see. There we go. You see that? You see what I just did there? So if he thinks you're just gonna stand there, he gets hit. But the thing is that if you try to forward dash, you're gonna get hit. Like he can delay the shit. That's what makes him scary. So hold on. Because he can, how should I put it? He can use his body to prevent you to just forward dash behind him. He can use his kick, which has really good range, and then he could possibly get a combo off of that. So it's just a lot of things that I can explain to you guys about Rain, just in general, but I'm not going to show everything off because I would like for you guys to lab it instead, so you guys can find out on your own. But one of his best staggers is his back one. This string right here is good for a combo ender if you want the opponent to stay close to you. He can also start up a combo with this, but on block, he can't cancel into a special move, so it's kind of weird why he can't do that. Like, I can't cancel into a special move and I'm -9. So if I do that, I'm going to get fucked up. So you can do shit like that. But instead of doing that, you can just go for his standing 2 for down 4. It has no flawless block gap in it. It leaves him -4 on block. It gives him a little bit of space. So there's that. But yeah, I think that's it for right now. I mean, his back 2 it's a decent stagger. I would have to say it's his second best stagger, at least to me. Just in general, because he can catch you off guard. If you pay attention to what I did to that dude on the stage, he thought I was going to commit and I never did. But he has a flawless block gap in this move as well. But if you don't flawless block it, he has like massive amounts of pushback on this move. So he gets space, so depending on what you throw out, he could possibly whiff punish you and fuck your shit up. It's a good string to stagger to a certain degree. He can get pressure off of that with his Hydro boost. He has the ability to kind of do shit like this, you know what I mean? And it's a mind game because you don't know who's going to commit, you don't know who's going to charge it up and cancel. So this variation is just pure pressure. That's the vision that I had for this variation. I also gave him the Geyser move, or whatever you call this move, because it's a really good anti-air. It switches sides with the opponent, yes, he gets a high hit advantage, but depending on what the opponent does in Wake Up, you can take advantage of it and put them back on the same side, or you can get a combo and then put them back on the same side. Or possibly get a Fatal Blow combo with his 4-2-1+3 string. He has other anti-airs that you can use as well, but this is a really good anti-air to prevent the opponent from jumping in. It's really active. Yeah, but he can get pressure off of this. He can also start up a combo, and he gets really nice damage off of it. It's better than his regular super kick because he gets more damage off of it. His 4-2 though, his 4-2, right? It's his best far-reaching move. It's a good whiff punisher to a certain degree, like right around this area. So like if I back up just a little bit, I think that's like his max range, because if I do it right here, now he's -6 on block. So yeah, this is his best far-reaching normal. Like a whiff punisher or to get in, possibly, but do not do this. Now, one of the tricks you can do is you can whiff on purpose, and if the opponent feeds into temptation and they try to challenge you, you might be able to get a punish to where you get a crushing blow. And depending on where you are on the screen, if your back is pushed into the corner, you can switch sides with them. But if you decide to go for this crushing blow, keep in mind the hit advantage is 0, so both of you guys go back to the neutral state, so nobody has the advantage. So it's really up to you on whether or not you want to take it upon yourself to do that. Now, you can take advantage of it, but you will be losing damage. So keep that in mind, right? So, like, if this character was to get hit, right, and I wanted her on the same side, my hit advantage is 0. So we go right back to the neutral state. But you could definitely use this to your advantage to whiff punish them and stuff like that. But if you want the actual damage, there you go. This is a safe stream to go for. Doesn't really have any flow spot gap in it whatsoever, as you can clearly see. So, like, if you... Now, this forward 2 is not really that good of a stagger, so I highly recommend you don't really stagger that completely. Not completely. I mean, you can do it every now and then, but just know that you're not going to be able to get like a free-ass throw. Not unless the opponent's reaction is, like, garbage or some shit like that. And then this move, I thought you could cancel into, like... Because if you look at the cancel advantage when he gets the crushing blow, or if he does the regular version, it seems like his cancel advantage is 91 frames. I thought you can get a combo string off of it to extend his combos. I thought that was going to be pretty dope, but unfortunately he can't do that. What else is there? Like, the only thing he can do is like a fatal blow, or he can switch sides with you, or keep you on the same side, and that's about it. So that's kind of unfortunate that he can't cancel into like a special move. That would be pretty dope for the character, but it's whatever. And we already know what the deal is with this string, and then he has a standard back 3-4 string, just in general, that can complement his hop attacks. Now, one thing about his hop attack is his up 3. He has good range on his up 3, so if he does it like right here, so hold on, he becomes really safe on block, actually, to where you can't punish him. He becomes like -9, and some characters won't even be able to touch him, or punish him. But he has good range, but it complements his hop attacks to a certain degree, but his back 3 is just like Mileena's, where he's really minus on block, and I think they copied the same exact string if you think about it. They just made the second hit different, if you notice that. So he becomes -7 on block, but he's actually safe to where you can disrespect your height. If you have a 7 frame down 1, most characters in the game that have a decent amount of characters in the game that have a down 1 that's 6 frames, they'll be able to get a free poke, and they'll apply a strike throw mind game or a 50-50 or whatever the case may be. So you have to be very careful using the string, and you have to predict ahead of time what they're going to do, so that way you can prevent them from doing what they want to do. His standing 2, I forgot, is I think his second best stagger for sure, because the second hit is delayed, right? So just watch. See how delayed that is? So you can delay it and then get a throw and catch the opponent off guard. And if they do get opened up, this allows you to go into a combo. But if you notice that the opponent's going to block, right, you can do this. But you have to predict that they're possibly going to block, right? So just keep that in mind. But, I mean, there's more things I could talk about with Rain, but I'm pretty much done. This live is going on way too long. This is like a mini character breakdown of the character and stuff like that, and like my understanding of the character's combo strings and stuff like that. But hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Hopefully you guys understand why I think Mileena needs a slight buff, and not a crazy buff to where, like, you know, like this character's dumb as fuck, but enough to where she's a little bit more better in the game. I think they need to fix certain things on her combo strings mainly, and that's about it. Other than that, she's perfectly fine in the game. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.